Every morning, one of the first things I do is I come and I take a quick look at all the plants, see how they're doing. But I come over to my strawberry tower and here and I pollinate all my open flowers of my strawberries and spin my tower around. I have FOOP in this, and you can see all the flowers. All these flowers are gonna be strawberries, and they're just all over the place. So every morning I come in here with my little paintbrush here and I pollinate the flowers. Easier with 2 hands, but you get the gist of it. I gotta sit there and pollinate all of these little flowers every single day. Now, is it time consuming every day to use a paintbrush to pollinate all these strawberries and all these flowers? Yes. But if you want strawberries in December, this is the way it goes. You have to inside pollinate all these babies. And you can usually tell which one's been pollinated. You see here, it's got a little bit of a darker orange on these petals that are on the pistils or whatever. That's usually one that's already been pollinated. This one's new, and see how it's not. Everything's all bright yellow. After that, I know this plant, that plant need water. These are both on FOOP. That one's on FOOP. Luck. And sadly, I only had one of my autos, well, 2 autos. We got that auto and that little guy over here that's on King Solomon. The other seed didn't germinate, so it's me splitting up the plants 3 and 3 just didn't work out. An easy way to check to see if your plant needs any kind of water, you stick your finger in here, stick it up to about that knuckle, and then if it's wet at all, you don't water. If it's dry, you see it's dry here, then you water. And I tend to water every 2 to 3 days. Unless it's in the auto pot or the hydro system, then it just goes forever long until the reservoirs are empty. Now this plant is obviously in flower. It's been in flower for longer than these other 2. Someone's already been on the bloom nutrients. Keep them on veg until a week or so after they've already started to flower. But now I'm a week or 2 in, so now I'm going to switch to bloom. Since these plants are different stages, I'm going to give both of them week 3 feeding. So I need 45 milliliters and 45 milliliters of bloom 1 and bloom 2. Milliliters. There's 30. Plus 15 and a little bit extra that I just spilled. You can go to 45 or 30 and then 15. And I need some of the sweetener. This is the magic juice. Need 35 milliliters of this. Going to open up one of my big bottles for this as well next. From there, I'm going to mix up all my nutrients in here. I already know my pH is low, so I'm going to put some pH up in here. With FOOP, you want the pH to be about 6.2 to 6.4. And you're going to water this in all around your plant. So you get water coming out of the bottom of your bucket or your pot. You want a 20% runoff into the pot. I don't know if you guys can see it really, but there's water down here. You want water in here. I'm going to let that water sit in here for a good 15 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Let it soak the water back up into the pot. Now, whatever I have left in here, I'm going to go ahead and give to my strawberries over there. And then it was at this time my microphone died, so it is what it is. But here's inside this tent. You can see all these are blooming and are very happy. This is week 3 of being on 12-12 light cycle. I do my water changes once a week, usually on Saturday or Sunday. But all I'm going to do right now is come in here and top this off. It usually takes 2 gallons. And then before lights go out, I go and I top it off again, another gallon or 2. And since I'm new to this, this is me wondering, do you cut off most of these side stems or do you just leave them or do you cut them off? They seem way more flimsy than the main branches, but majority of them have made it to the top. And then I'm going to take my light meter and check all my lux, make sure I'm not burning nothing. I want the right amount of light to get to these ladies and not too much or too little. And then I'm going to move over to this other side of the tent. I have 2 more photos over here that are like a week or 2 behind, if not 3. One plant is on FOOP and one is on King Solomon. So I'm going to mix up some of the King Solomon, just the veg A, veg B. Super simple. The feeding chart doesn't change. It's just 1 scoop per gallon of each. And it takes way less pH up than the FOOP. But I'm just going to squirt this 5 milliliters in here. I'm sure I was talking about the bloom carousel and how easy it makes it to water all around it.
And
then I can't forget to feed the little guy.
This little guy. For some reason, this guy just
He needs
didn't want to grow.
some nutrients and water too.
Pretty.
And then I'm pretty much done for the day. I'll come back and check this later, top it off again, water.
If you have any
everything
questions,
over
feel
here
free
is
to ask.
good.